On a scale of 1 to the Prime Minister of Australia, just how wrong am I? Brushed over the meat. Cook the steak in the oil.
That's a very big knife.
Some bacon, grated cheese. I've forgotten the English word for it. More brown. The schmand.
I mean, she's thick AF.
I mean, it's just zucchini.
Break!
Let's go. Hello and welcome back to the channel. It is a brand new year and we've got a brand new video. Myself and Carl are back here in the kitchen with something new to cook for you today. Carl?
Yes?
What are we cooking?
Nothing. I can't tell you!
No, you can't tell me. So we've changed some of the rules for this year because last year was some things were a little bit too easy because I could actually see what we're doing. And given the show is cooking without looking, I have been given just these ingredients here and I have to work out what it is that they're supposed to make, how to make it, and put it all together. Carl has helpfully given me...
Choose your words wisely. No.
Given me the utensils that I need to cook.
I may have snuck in a few extra.
But I have to tell you that it's not that helpful because I'm like, what do I do with this thing?
I have picked a recipe from somebody who's very dear to my heart. My sweet, beautiful Antoni. No promo, hashtag no spawn. I've taken a recipe from this lovely little book right here. Aaron thinks he knows, or he made a suggestion, he thought it might be something. He's very wrong. So yeah, we're gonna see how well he does with what he has in front of him.
Look, in my defense, one of the major ingredients of this is arborio rice, which is usually used for...
I thought you were about to be like a boring rice.
Well, it is a boring rice,
Really?
but arborio rice, which is a kind of round kernel rice, it's usually used for paella and for risotto. It also has 1.25 litres of chicken stock, which is also how you would cook a risotto. You would pour the chicken stock very slowly into the rice and let it cook. And I really don't like risotto, so I wasn't keen to do this recipe to start with. But Carl assures me that it is not.
It's not a risotto. It's not.
So
surprisingly. It's actually something that I've never even heard of before.
He also tells me that this bund cake form is also required. I'm not sure what happens is, I'm fairly certain I'm going to screw it up, but my thinking of it is that somehow everything goes together in here and it goes in the oven, but maybe there's some kind of gelatin that I'm missing and it just goes in the fridge and sets like a rice jelly.
I may have added extra things, I haven't taken anything that you need away though.
There's just maybe utensils I don't need.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
So we'll see what happens.
Obviously you don't have a clue of what it is, otherwise you would sort of say. Are you drinking?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't cheers to me.
Cheers! Antoni, we love you, but you haven't told me what to do with the basil, so I'm going to assume that it needs to be chopped up. You have at least said some of it needs to be kept for garnish, which is nice.
In Antoni's defense, he's probably said in the instructions what to do with the basil.
But yeah, I'm going to start putting things in the pans, because the pans are now warm enough to do that. There's oil, and it says in the ingredients, oil and some leftover for drizzling. Not sure what I'm drizzling. But
nice.
but it suggests then that some of the oil is for cooking, but there's also butter for cooking. So do I butter in one pan, oil in the other? Does the rice want to be coated in butter before it gets the liquid poured on it?
I love to watch you flounder. This is great.
I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't been to school for this. I've just picked it up as I've gone along. But I think the veggies definitely want some butter because they'll get a nice brown if they butter. The caramelization will be quite tasty. Maybe it's half and half. Half the butter goes in the rice and half the butter goes in the vegetables. And
stop thinking, just do.
That's what I'm going to do. Rice in there and the veggies in here. In with the onion and then the garlic. Time to get soft. So the plan is to let this sort of sit for a little bit so that it can start to really brown and get some colour and the onions can start to go translucent. This is the rice. It's starting to come to the boil. Once it does that, then bring it to reduce the heat and put the lid on and let it sit and hopefully it will cook or something. I think the onion and the carrots are ready to have other things added to them. What do they get added to them? I don't know. I'm going to assume basically everything else. The celery, I guess, also needs to be cooked. Just throw the whole bowl in. It's really quite interesting doing this without you going like, oh, you're fucking that up. 'Cause I'm so used to you like
being a bitch all the time.
making fun of me and then like correcting me when I'm really screwing things up. So it's really interesting, like just not.
I'm taking a step back on this episode.
Not having any idea what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw the shallots in. Although now that I've done that, I have a feeling that maybe they would garnish.
I really don't know anything about shallots.
No, I mean I wouldn't. I'm going to say some. Okay, we're going to throw the tomato in. I'm going to add in the tomato paste.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, can we pause really quick?
Here, a hot picture of Antoni.
Look how fucking handsome he is. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Look at...
He is pretty. He also did not cook that red sauce in that white shirt.
No.
100%. In a desert hill.
He says as he's taking another sip.
So at first I thought that maybe this was like a shakshuka recipe,
Okay.
which is a kind of Turkish breakfast dish that is tomatoes, veggie, not sure about the rice, maybe rice.
I don't think there's rice in shakshuka.
But I don't think so. I think it's just tomatoes and veggies. But you make little pockets, and then inside the pocket you drop a whole egg. Well, then the recipe was like lightly beaten eggs,
Oh yeah.
and you don't have lightly beaten eggs in shakshuka.
No.
What you do have them in, I'm not sure.
I think the eggs are a bonding agent, to be honest.
Well, that was my thing. The same with the breadcrumbs. I don't know what to do with them, and I don't know. Is the bundt pan a thing that you're just fucking with me on?
To make you think that it's not risotto, and the entire time it is risotto.
It's risotto. I'm actually thinking maybe it's some kind of risotto ball, like rice balls in tomato sauce. But then why the bundt pan?
Why the bundt pan, Aaron? Why the bundt pan?
Did you make me buy that and I don't need it?
Why the bundt pan?
So maybe that's what it is just the egg goes into the rice become balls that go into the breadcrumb, and then they get cooked into the bundt pan with the sauce all over the top of them, and they get baked for a while. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I've never done it.
I like it.
Sorry, Antoni. Yeah, I mean, that's dangerous, isn't it? Need a better table. I am going to have a Patreon this year if you'd like to support me so I can buy a better table. Feel free. Feel free to do
It's all falling apart.
It's like my life. Given he says the rind if you have it, I can assume that goes into that.
Oh, you're so smart.
This rice though is, I would say, cooked. It's pretty dry, it's nice and fluffy, it's pretty close to done. I've got quite a lot of cheese and less cheese. And I've also got egg to put in it. On a scale of 1 to the Prime Minister of Australia, just how wrong am I? No, actually, you are going very well right now. But I think there's going to be there's like a moment of truth where everything that you've been doing may just fall apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I've got the basil. I'm fairly certain the basil goes in with the tomato sauce.
I'm fairly certain it should have got in like half an hour
It should have
ago.
gone a while ago and I just forgot about it. I think the cheese, given the amount of cheese definitely goes into the rice because it would be very weird to put the cheese into the tomato sauce. I want what she's having.
Wow, that is naughty.
Right? Who was on a diet? What diet? It's sect. We can't afford champagne.
Drag us.
Sorry, Antoni.
Don't apologize. You're making it your own. Or are you? Could be exactly the same.
It would be I would literally die if this is in any way accurate. And
I would die.
I've made this recipe without actually looking at it. And having never made it before. This is not something I'm familiar with.
My heart tells me to get another glass of wine.
So I was thinking earlier I was going to put the mozzarella in the bottom of the pan and let that melt as it cooks.
But you did not do that.
But I didn't do that. But I can still do that because these can all just come out. Now, it also says later, like, I need some of this and some olive oil for drizzling.
Yes.
And I thought that my drizzling issues, which is between me and my doctor.
Gross.
But
Nasty.
he said he gave me a pill. He said it would clear right up.
Oh my god, stop.
So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put the balls in here.
Yeah, put your balls in.
And then that will, I don't know, the mozzarella on the bottom there will kind of like melt down and maybe make a cap of sorts with the tomato sauce that's going to go in next. And then I was thinking, what if, like the little bit that's left over, maybe it can go as like a garnish on top of the...
Like a very...
Well, because the basil has to go with something, right?
Yeah.
So like a little piece of mozzarella and...
Like it's a bit caprese, no? Like...
I'm going to pop these down here like this. Because it's my show.
Not yours.
Not yours. Well, we're making do. I feel like this lost a fair bit of liquid while I was cooking.
The tension is palpable in here.
Right? It's not just me. It's not just me. I'm like, oh, what if I'm fucking this up? But I really want Antoni to watch this video. So, like, I mean, I'm going to tag him, obviously, because I'm a shameless self-promoter. I'm not going to be like, oh, I just hope Antoni, like, somehow finds this. I'm going to tag him. But, you know, if you're watching and you're not Antoni, why? What? Did you get lost?
Get out of here!
Did you get lost? Did somebody hurt you?
Everyone hurt me.
What are you doing watching this video? What happened in your life that led you to think this was a good choice?
What happened in your life that you're making arancini balls on YouTube?
I trusted my best friend.
He's a liar.
Give it a little massage. So it's a little lower.
And that's it.
That's it. And we're going to cook that for 20 minutes.
No comment.
I'm going to cook it for 20 minutes and then we're going to see how it's doing.
Okay.
That. So it's going to need to cool a little bit before you try and flip it out. Otherwise, it's just going to go.
Okay, do you want to sit for 10 minutes and drink?
So yeah, so we're going to let this sit for, I think that's a good idea. We'll let this sit for 10 minutes and then we'll come back and we'll turn it out and we'll see.
We're going to turn it the out.
And we'll see what happens. So this is I guess the moment of truth. We're going to try and turn this out onto the plate. Things that you could flip it over and it would be flat. But maybe it is so that it will fall out.
Yeah, probably.
There was a slopping noise.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull this up. We'll see what happens.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Wait, no. Hey!
It was touch and go for a second there.
The mozzarella on the bottom
Definitely held this
was
in
a
place.
good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the idea that Antoni had.
Oh, I can go ahead and tell you, definitely not. But
But Antoni, just next time. Just saying.
Wow.
Okay, look at that. I mean, it's not quite scented, or a proper chef would be really annoyed about how not quite in the middle of the plate it is, but...
You're not a proper chef.
I am not a proper chef. I have literally zero training in cooking. My training was in photography. What are we doing here?
Well, yeah. And there we are.
Alright, it's been a journey. So this is that. I have absolutely no idea how accurate this is to what was supposed to be in the book.
Not very, to be very honest with you.
Not really at all.
Well, no, to be fair, like, when you were, like, cooking everything, before you put it into the bun tin, everything was pretty much perfect. Pretty much. Like, there were a couple things that maybe didn't need to go in or whatever. So, when it came to the bun tin, you needed to first grease the sides with all of the butter. So, when you put the butter into
the butter was for that pan.
So, when you put the butter into both of the things, I was like,
oh, well, that's fucked.
So you had to grease the sides of the pan, then the breadcrumbs went in the pan and you toss it around to get it on all of the... So it's supposed to be like very breadcrumby on the outside.
Right.
Whereas I think you put it into the...
I coated the balls with the breadcrumbs.
Yeah, oh yeah, you made arancini basically, I think, no? Right?
Yeah.
Did you think it was arancini while you were making it? You were like, yeah, this is arancini.
I mean, while I was making it, I was like, I've never made arancini. I've had arancini,
yeah,
but I've never made arancini, so I don't really know. But there was a point where I was just like, I'm going to go with that.
And so, like, the concept sort of wasn't really far off. Like, obviously it wasn't arancini, so it wasn't balls. But what you had to do after that was put the rice in sort of like a layer around the thing. And then...
fill it with the tomato.
Fill it. So it was like, when you cut into it, it's like a...
Right, like a rice and tomato cake.
Yeah, like a filled sort of donut, you know, like a filled jam donut sort of thing.
Which probably would have been very good.
It's going to taste the same, to be honest, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's going to taste pretty similar.
Okay.
You get to try first.
Bone apple teeth, baby.
I love bone apple teeth.
Cheers.
And the tomato is really good.
There is something about the tomato that's like so flavorful and like really like almost bolognese, but
I don't know what I put in it, but gosh, it's good.
It's like super tasty. I like the rice as well.
I mean, I have to say, if you've got Antoni's book and you're looking for a recipe, this is a good one.
It is good.
If you follow the directions, it will look different.
Completely different. Well, I don't know. I mean...
But it will taste similar.
It's very caprese, no? If you get like basil and the mozzarella and the tomato together.
I really like this.
It's good. Like, I'm not going to stop eating.
If you haven't got Antoni's book, you know, if you need to buy something, then I guess it's a good choice.
And also, if even if you don't cook,
if you like looking at Antoni,
there's just pictures of Antoni in it.
If you like looking at Antoni, definitely worth it.
I've not cooked a single thing from the book, but I have looked at all of the photos, so...
Is that why they're all stuck?
Shut it. Definitely.
That explains why this is the only recipe we can cook now from that book.
Yeah. All the other pages
are stuck together. If you like this video and you'd like to see more of what we're up to, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and click the little bell so that you get notified every time we upload a new video, because it's a bit hit and miss. We're going for every 2 weeks.
Mostly miss.
It's mostly miss. Even when we upload one, it's still a miss.
Yikes, drag you.
We're going for every 2 weeks, so hopefully we'll see you in a couple of weeks with a brand new recipe. Again, I won't have any idea what it's going to be.
I think it's for like 20 people.
Yeah, it's a lot of food.
But I'm just very skinny.
And we'll see you next time on Cooking Without Looking. Bye!
Bye!